Hey guys, welcome back to another van tour with
Travel Around Suzy.
And in today's video, she's going to give us a tour of her Chevrolet 1500 custom RV.
My name is Suzy, and I really enjoy sharing the love and passion I have for converting vans so that you can go out and travel around the world. I'm sort of a retired mechanic and fell in love with the van life, so I work on my own vehicle. The van that I have is a V6. It's the 4.3 engine, which is a workhorse of GM. I bought it with 66,000 miles 3 years ago. I currently have 110,000 miles, and I've seen these vans go up to about 500,000 miles. So I'm looking forward to lots of miles on the road. So if you notice, it says Starcraft, and the reason why it's a Starcraft is it's a company that aftermarket will put the high top on and convert it into a wheelchair. There was a lift where all the solar is that would fold down and then lay flat on the ground for the wheelchair person to get in the lift, go up, and then into the van. I've taken that all out. And now I've put in that place a solar system. So what I have is I have a SOK 100 amp hour lithium battery. And then I have the Renogy, which is a DC to DC. And basically what that means is while I'm driving down the road, it'll throw power into my house battery. And then if I'm sitting and this thing is full, it'll throw power back to my starter battery. So I never have to worry about a dead battery, either here in my house or underneath my hood. Everything that's in this van is 12 volt. I do not have any 110. And if there is, for some reason, I need something that is 110, I do keep this blue Eddy in here. I hardly ever use 110, but this is portable and is easy to use. I have adapted some things, like if you notice, these are just for cords, but I keep my cords, ink pens, try to organize this for a little bit of a home office. And I've got like napkins, easy access. Most of this just becomes storage when I'm in boondocking. One thing I will tell you about my front cab, if you notice up here, I have installed snaps, and they go all the way around, because if I'm stealth camping, then I will just hook up. I have a regular curtain that I've installed snaps on, and I snap it up around the front. Nobody can see in, nobody can see that I'm in here. So it just, at night, it just looks like a normal van. And that's how I stealth camp, even though I do have a roof rack that doesn't look so stealth. So another way I do stealth camping is if it's just a really quick night, I take this and I have just your paper clips and I just attach it here. And then there is absolutely no light to come in here. I can have all my LED lights on, and nobody can know that I'm back here, and it just looks like a black wall. For me, every space needs a purpose. So this space was always dead. I found these actually at a secondhand store, and these are all the manuals for all my electrical devices or all my power tools, toys for my grandkid. Always need plastic bags. It's always here. This here is a carbon monoxide. These are just miscellaneous storage stuff, tape measure, because my van is always in process of being built out. So the floor is getting ready to be kicked. All this carpet is going to be gone, and I'm going to put laminate flooring in down, lay this all down. Everything that I need for my kitchen is right here. My stove, my pots, my pans, my percolator for my coffee, my utensils, my oils for cooking. Everything you need in a kitchen is all right here. So if I'm stealth camping and I need to eat, I pop this up. I have my refrigerator down here. I put my stove up here, and I put all my ingredients in here. I have this. which then I have all my spices. So then I will cook dinner, and I have a Max Air fan, so that way it takes all the steam out. People will know I'm cooking.
They'll smell fresh food.
This is an actual full bed. We just made it into a platform down here. This is storage for when it's really cold out. I'll pull this blanket out and put it on top. And then if you notice here, I've actually lined this with yoga mats. And the reason why is because if you're sweating at night, you will get moisture, and you do not want that on your wood. So if you line your wood, which we've actually glued this down, then the moisture stops here and it won't go to the wood and become mildew or mold. You don't want that in a van. This is a mattress that I just bought off from Amazon. It was full length for a full size bed. I do have storage cubbies here where I store, I have like a thermal blanket that's heated. It's a 12 volt. And then for staying cool on really hot blistering nights, I have the Max Air fan. It will reverse, either pull air in or it will push air out. My two back windows open up, and if you notice there's a gray fan there, which is 12 volt. So that will suck air in. And then I have this, it can push air back or push it up, however. And this fan actually lasts for like 12 hours without being plugged in. It's phenomenal. That's how I stay cool with no AC. I've got lots of USB ports throughout the van, everywhere. I've got one here, I've got 4 back there, I've got some up here. I know everybody wants to know, how do you go to the bathroom? Well, I'll tell you, as a female, this is my bathroom. I have a toilet here, but I travel with a male, so his is simply that. That is number 1, this is number 1 and number 2. So let me show you where I do most of my other storage for like when I'm out in the boondocks. This is kind of like what you call the garage. The fan that I was talking about earlier was here. I took this panel off, and this is extra storage. You always got to have the squirt guns for the river. So these unravel. I just screw them in, one there and one there. And then that's how I dry my towels, my bathing suits, or anything. It's a simple DIY trick. This is actually 6 gallons of water that I carry when I do boondocking. And then these are my portable sinks for when I want to do dishes. I love these things. And they fold away. Super small. If we're boondocking, you know, you don't have picnic tables, so this is a table that we fold out, and it has like 2 different shelves. This here is a diesel gas tank for the diesel heater. So this right here is my diesel heater that I've installed, and currently we thought we had a leak, so it's a little loose. We're re-looking at that, but this thing, even on low, it will roast me out of this van. And I've had it on low all night long, and we've had to crack a window because it's so hot. It's in process of being made, but basically what I do is, sometimes I have a grandson who travels, so we bolt the seat in here. And if I have the seat in here, I can't lift this up. So I still need to work. This is how I work. When the seat is right here, I have no room to lift that chair up. So then I just bring this over and I can work on the computer here. Also too, at night, if we want to play cards, here's a table to play cards on. And it's a little bit more comfortable to sit in here and play cards on this versus being way up there.
Was this your first vehicle that you started exploring in?
No, I actually started in a 98 Buick LeSabre, and I pretty much gutted the passenger seat, the back seat, and took it all the way to California and back. Then after the Buick, then I converted a Honda Odyssey and traveled pretty much through the whole pandemic. We traveled in that Honda Odyssey through lots of different states.
So what's been your favorite experience traveling in your van?
You know, every state that I've been to has its own beauty. I would have to probably say Sturgis is probably my favorite just because of how beautiful it was and the different places that we got to stay. We stayed a night in the Badlands. It's gorgeous to wake up in the Badlands. We spent a whole week in Key West. I mean, who can complain about Key West?
So you said you've put about 60,000 miles maybe on this van since you bought it. And my question is, have you had any major repairs that you've had to do since buying it?
No, none. I've had to do maintenance, like I've done the 2 front hub assemblies on it, you know, at 110,000 miles, but again, that they normally go about that time. So other than that, let's see, I've done brakes on it, oil changes, just normal wear and tear stuff.
Have you had any experiences in your van that make you regret traveling, or maybe you wanted to give up van travel altogether?
No, not at all. I'm like, let's go more, let's go more.
Okay, so do you have any big plans for your future with the van, or modifications or travels, anything like that?
Well, modifications is I hope to change out my refrigerator. Instead of a pull-out one, I want to get one that kind of opens like a normal refrigerator. And we are going to, in next month, put in a new flooring, which I already said that. And then as in traveling, I have 3 pages of bucket list places that I want to see and plan on seeing. So I'm eager to get back out west. I love the BML lands out there, and being out in the desert in the middle of the night is gorgeous. And if you have not been there, you need to go.
I'll check and see if you're in there or not.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
I know.
Okay,
I remember there's something else you need. One thing I did not tell you about the solar, these little spindles, they spin off, and I can actually tilt the solar panels at almost a 45-degree angle that way, or I can do it the opposite way, because on all 4 corners they have that spindle, and then I have a bracket that supports them, so I don't have to worry about high winds or anything like that.
Well guys, if you enjoyed watching Suzy's van tour, let her know in the comments, say hello. And Suzy, do you have any social media that you would like to share with our viewers?
I have a Facebook with Travel Around Suzy, and I have a YouTube, a website for travelaroundsuzy.com, and an Instagram. Look me up, and if you have any more questions about my van, feel free to ask me. I'll tell you anything if I know it.
If you enjoyed this tour of Suzy's Chevrolet RV, leave a note in the comments, and I'll see you on my next adventure.